Want to keep your sanders and sanding discs in order? How about this project? This sanding cabinet is kind of a unique project that may not be ideal for everyone's shop or purpose, but I figured why not try something different and see how it works out. For the project, I'm using 4x8 sheets of plywood. This is Baltic birch. To get the exact size of the cubbies, I used one of the boxes that have my 6-inch sanding discs in. Even though this is a shop project, I could have used pocket screws for this part of it, but I figured, hey, let's live on the wild side a bit and use just dados and glue because I am such an exciting person. Now, this used to be a crosscut sled for my table saw, which it still kind of is, but I did modify it to use my dado blade on. I like to wait until after I cut the dados to rip it down to its final width of the table saw. Now off to the shelves and the top and the bottoms. I like to use these a lot, especially since I'm not using any mechanical fasteners for this part of the project. It helps keep them square and it keeps them locked in place with the clamps. This is something I should have done before assembling this part of the project, but I need a 1-inch hole on the top and bottom for the pipe I'm putting down the middle part. With the dividers now cut, you can see what I'm up to with the spinning part. And I'm pre-drilling the holes for the screws that will go into the pipe and hold it in place. And here's where the pocket holes are going to come in. I'm using it to keep the dividers in place. Since I don't want the pipe to spin inside the dividers, I'm using some screws to prevent it from rotating. I want the pipe to rotate on the top and bottom of the cabinet. If you're enjoying this project, please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Now onto the rest of the cabinet, the top, the bottom, and the one side of it. Now don't mind me, I'm entering into some deep thought here because I have to make sure the spinning part clears the side of the cabinet and the part where I'm keeping my sanders, plus the back. Just like the top and the bottom of the shelf that holds the sanding discs, I have to drill a 1-inch hole in the top and the bottom of the cabinet to keep the pipe in place. What I decided to do was to get rid of some of the wood on the top and the bottom of the cabinet that was around the stationery that's going to hold my sanders. So what I'm doing here is cutting a notch out. I cut the shelves one at a time to get an exact fit. And why not do some painting, black inside the cabinets? Onto the trim, I had some maple left over from some previous projects, so why not use it? I'm adding this wax to the top and bottom of the cabinet where the spinning portion goes. It's going to help a lot in helping it spin. Now onto assembly. Now here's where that notch I cut out a little while ago comes into play. It adds some detail to the project. The trim is super simple. I use my brad nailer to add these thicker pieces to the cabinet. And pins for the thinner ones on the shelves. A French cleat for the back. And the project is all done.